Dunedin City, centre of the Otago province, a city steeped in history since being settled by the Scots. A city rich in arts and culture, surrounded by stunning scenery. And each year, hosts of one of motorsport's crown jewels, the Otago Rally. This is the Central Machine Hire Otago Rally, round one of the Brian Green Property Group New Zealand Rally Championship. The Octagon, Friday evening. Competitors gather for the ceremonial opening of the 2024 version of Otago Rally. The New Zealand Rally champion Hayden Paddon is on the other side of the world, defending his European Rally Championship. So the number one will be on the car of Skoda driver Ben Hunt.
Yeah, I think it's probably the first time well, maybe before, but for Dunedin, it's normally, you get people like Gareth and that coming. So I probably thought Gareth might have had number one on the car this weekend because he's, got a pretty good history around the world, but pretty awesome to lead the cars away, and excited to get into it, and all the cars looking flash, and can't wait to get out there and throw some stones.
Robbie Stokes is number two, and will be hoping to put a horror 2023 season behind him.
Yeah, we've been nearly 10 months out of the car. We've done a little test down south and then a rally sprint a few weekends ago, and other than that, not really anything. So sort of in the same boat as everyone, starting the year out with not a lot of practice under the belt, so yeah, we'll just see how we go tomorrow. We're not pushing ourselves to do anything big or crazy, and got Sarah in the car this year, so a new co-driver pairing, so it'll just be about learning tomorrow and having some fun.
Emma Gilmore returns to the championship in 2024, teaming up with co-driver Katrina Renshaw for the first time.
With Hayden being away too, it really is a crack at the championship, isn't it?
Yeah, I feel like I've got the best of both worlds. He's been on the phone giving me advice and helping, but he's not taking one of the podium spots. So I think it's pretty exciting for all of us here to have that opportunity. But it's always a tough event here. It's a lot of kilometres and none of them are repeat stages. So Recce's been so important these last 2 days.
Also teaming up with a new co-driver, Jack Hawkswood, joined by New Zealand champion co-driver Jason Farmer.
It was quite good to have a bit of a break at the end of last year and sort of did a lot more development with the car, and I think we've got it in a really good place for this season and feeling real comfortable with it. So yeah.
What are your objectives for the weekend, mate? Given the chance of a really good result and the fact that you say you've done a fair bit of work with the car.
Expectations are high, so we've done a feeling pretty good with everything. So we've got Jason in the car with us now, which has been a massive help. Having that experience with me is, even just out on recce the last couple of days, has just made a massive difference to the whole deal. So we're feeling really good.
Zeal Jones stepping up to Cat 1 this year.
No, I'm really excited. We've had a good 2 rally sprints leading up to this event just to get some seat time in it. But it's a new rally for us, and we're here to stick to our own plan as we always do. And I think there's a lot of pressure on the other boys to deliver without Hayden here, but we're here to represent the WinMax Academy, the Elite Motorsport Academy, and my sponsors, of course. So we're really happy to do that, and it's been a journey to get here so far. Obviously these new cars and more expensive in Cat 1, so that's been our main challenge, but I'm really looking forward to it and really looking forward to gelling with Waverley as well.
Once again leading the two-wheel drive charge, Dylan Thompson, defending champion.
Yeah, well, it's been, I think, 6 months since I drove it last. I ran down a couple of Ks in it the other day and I was like, holy crap, it's fast. I forgot how quick it was. But yeah, last year we didn't have it here, so we're interested to see how it goes here and how it's going to behave.
As Ben Hunt leaves the Octagon, let's take a look at the route for day one. The cars will head to Lee Flat near Outram for stage 1, then stage 2 Waipori Road, which takes them to the first service in the town of Lawrence. Stage 3 is our feature stage along the hills above Lawrence, circling around and through stage 4 and 5, back to service for the afternoon Waitahuna stage, which will see the cars arrive at the classic Waipori Gorge before the sprint around Dunedin's Old Port area. The Otago Rally format starts with the classic field, so by the time the NZRC cars hit the stages, roads are well swept. So a new season starts in the Brian Green Property Group New Zealand Rally Championship, and this year with support from MRF Tyres, Blair Bartels.
Yeah, it's a revolutionary deal in 2024. Never before have we seen in the Brian Green Property Group New Zealand Rally Championship control tyre. MRF Tyres have proven themselves right around the world with victory in the Asia Pacific Rally Championship, the European Rally Championship, and national championships right around the world as a fantastic tyre.
Ben Hunt would lay down a time of 7 minutes 34.6 seconds. Robbie Stokes next through. The AP4 Fiesta Rapid here, 7 minutes 21.3.
6 left, 70. 7 right open, crest 200. Long flat crest 100. Bump, don't cut, 5 left tightens. Crest.
Emma Gilmore next, her first championship event since Otago last season.
For Emma, last year she was committed to the McLaren team in Extreme E. Unfortunately, she had a massive accident midway through the season that saw her on the sidelines in the back end of the 2023 season.
Her time, 7 minutes 31.9, just 2 seconds faster than Hunt. A return to the championship for Jack Hawkswood in the 3-cylinder Yaris GR AP4. Fresh car, new co-driver, and a new attitude shown right off the mark.
Jack came to this event wanting to make a big impression early on, and he's managed to do that.
Fastest on the stage with a time of 7:13.2. 19-year-old Zeal Jones has put a deal together to run Uncle Kingsley Jones' Skoda, with co-owner Waverley Jones alongside. And 2.3 seconds down on Hunt here, so a very good start. In fact, a close tussle for the following 3 cars, with Andy Martin's VW Polo a few seconds behind. Stuart Reid virtually tied with Martin in the ex-Rally Art Mirage AP4, with the other Mirage AP4 of Eugene Crune just behind.
And these two Mirages started out life in the same workshop in Pukekohe.
The long, fast roads on stage 2 saw Ben Hunt maxed out at 184 kilometres per hour, with the Rally 2 Skoda set up for the tighter stages.
Short 5 left plus keep in.
Oh, there's a bit of a hole there. You can see the caution boards.
Long 5 left, 30.
While Hawkswood and Stokes continued their battle for the lead in the AP4 cars, which have a higher top speed, Emma Gilmore came close to disaster when her front wheel clipped a ditch.
Sudden, don't cut, 4 right. Short 5 left open. Oh, sorry. It's all good. No, take it out of stage mode.
Unfortunately, that's the same hole, but you could see Emma was just another half a car width over.
She was able to drive out to service and repair the car.
So after 2 stages, it's Jack Hawkswood 15.1 seconds up on Robbie Stokes. Ben Hunt sitting in 3rd, while Emma Gilmore drops to last, losing over 2 minutes.
The stages now turn to the hills around Lawrence. Stage 3, Clark's Flat, a new stage, but using plenty of familiar roads over the 26 kilometres.
And here we are near the stage start, the first spectator junction just before a huge, big, long straight. You can see there on the display just how much speed they're carrying, although the R5 only up to 185 kilometres an hour. On these big, wide roads, there's room for more.
7 right minus 30, 7 left plus over finish 200.
First really long stage of the day. Hunt's time 14 minutes 6.6. That's the time they'll have to beat.
How good's the engine with it? Not like you can hold it in the gear, eh?
Yeah. And it's very, very smooth delivery now too.
Robbie Stokes sitting in 2nd so far, 15 seconds down on Hawkswood. This is his chance to make some gains.
And just like Hawkswood, who he's chasing, Stokes has been looking to really lay down a benchmark to start the season. He had a horror run last year, and he'd be looking to put that behind him and be right up the front.
fastest so far with a 13:50.7. That's 16 seconds faster than Hunt. After a fright and a lucky escape on stage 2, Emma Gilmore's Citroen's been fixed, but she's dropped 2 minutes on the leaders.
And on such a fast rally, this is going to be so hard to come back from. Unfortunately, it's really just going to be a case of learning the new tyre and cementing the new relationship.
7 right. 80. 8
Next up, it's rally leader Jack Hawkswood. With Stokes and Hawkswood, we're really looking at the sons of rally champions battling for the lead.
Both of these drivers and both of these families would dearly love to be the first to have a second generation winner of a New Zealand Rally Championship round.
Stokes has the upper hand here by 1.2 seconds, so Hawkswood keeps his lead. Zeal Jones was running with a damaged rear diff, which had happened on stage 1.
And it's a frustrating start for the youngster. He really wanted to put his best foot forward. He's now got to drive with maturity that he shows beyond his years to nurse this car through. There's still almost 2 days of rallying to go.
Still holding fourth, though, ahead of Stuart Reid.
And while we haven't seen Stuart in four-wheel drive cars in New Zealand, he's very experienced in Australia in the more production-based Group A and Group N cars from the late 90s and early 2000s. He'll be one to watch as the season progresses.
Middle brow brake, sudden 40, 4 right.
Andy Martin was planning to sell the VW Polo, but here he was just 11 seconds behind Reid.
And it's a pretty impressive performance because Andy is full of the flu. He's really struggling to concentrate here. He can hardly hear the pace notes.
And from New Caledonia, Eugene Crunet and car owner Philippe Del Rio closing in on Martin and Reid in the Mirage. 5 cars in the NZRC two-wheel drive class, all Ford Fiestas, with a mix of R2 and Rally 4s. Dylan Thompson, the man to beat once again. The reigning two-wheel drive champ is back in his Rally 4.
And he is absolutely the benchmark for these other guys to chase. He's proven time and time again that he can get the most out of these little cars.
So Thompson had a 39-second lead at the end of stage 3, but it could have been so much closer. Bryn Jones on stage 1, proving you should never speak too soon.
200. Flat right 80, crest and half 6 left.
This car stable. Hello, take that. Oh, you okay?
Yeah, I'm all right. Concentrate. Crest and half 6 left, 150.
Just see that driveway on the right there. He clips that and it just upsets the car. Contrary to Bryn's comments, it's just turned them around and unfortunately a hole in the radiator ends the day.
Jack Stokes, younger brother of Robbie, setting out his championship ambitions this year in the older R2 car.
And we've seen a couple of club rallies from Jack where he's been really impressive. He'll be one to watch.
Also new to the class, James Worker, another R2 Fiesta.
Great to see James stepping up to the NZRC. He's actually taken a step from the four-wheel drive car back into the two-wheel drive car for this year.
Tim Mackesy has a new Rally 4 Fiesta in the workshop, but today he's in the older R2T as paperwork issues hold up the car. By the afternoon, Thompson had established a 1 minute 30 lead over Stokes. Stokes was likewise pulling away from James Worker. Bryn Jones was back on the stages, just getting experience and seat time, and hoping to get day points and power stage points on day 2. Coming up, we take a look at the Rally Challenge cars and a chance to slide around the Dunedin streets. Welcome back to the Brian Green Property Group New Zealand Rally Championship. We're in the hills around the historic town of Lawrence for day 1 of Rally Otago. 13 crews entered the four-wheel drive rally challenge, including a guest entry for American rally champion Brandon Semenick, the Subaru H6.
Traditionally, the rally organisers have put an Olympic athlete or something along those lines in the H6 guest driver car, but it's great to have Brandon here this year.
Unfortunately, a puncture cost him 3 minutes late in the morning. Lead was fought out between Caleb McDonald, who led after stage 1, and Andrew Graves, who had wheeled out his classic Evo 3 Mitsubishi. By stage 3, Graves held a 30-second lead over McDonald, with Carter Strang and Mark McMillan.
So Josh has decided to have a year off the championship, and I've got a car sitting in the shed, so I thought I'll give it a crack. And Otago is one of my favourite rallies, so we'll try and do this and Southland Rally, and then see how the points are going, and maybe do another one. But yeah, just might as well use the car while we can, and yeah, looking forward to it.
Carter Strang had previously competed in the Mainland Series, now with this Evo 10. Mark McMillan, another hard charger in his Impreza, last used in the championship by Kieran Hall in 2010. Julian Longley from Vanuatu in 5th.
And it's fantastic to be able to welcome international visitors into the championship again. Julian's a passionate rallying man, one of many from Vanuatu.
But a puncture on stage 3 drops Semenick out of contention. Title sponsor Brian Green going well early in the day, alongside new co-driver this year, Brianna Little. But all that stopped when he had an argument with a tree. While Graves pulled out an impressive lead over the afternoon, the battle for second was close, with Strang edging ahead after stage 2. Caleb McDonald keeping him honest, the gap less than 5 seconds to third place. By the stage 8 finish, Graves won the day by 1 minute 30, Strang second, McDonald in third. Mark McMillan held off the challenge from Julian Longley to take 4th, but this was Longley's best New Zealand result to date. The Rally Challenge two-wheel drive class was light on entries, but an all-Toyota affair. Defending his title from 2023, Jared Parker was back in his Corolla.
And after picking up the title in his rookie year, Jared's full of confidence, and he starts the season as the man to beat in this class.
And 4 left.
A little outgunned in his 1300cc Yaris, but Pat Norris was happy to put his car on show here.
These little Yarises are probably not the ideal weapon on those big, wide, fast Otago roads, but reliability will see him on the podium at the end of the day.
In the end, it was Parker, though, who took the win.
So it was Andrew Graves who took the win ahead of Carter Strang and Caleb McDonald. Mark McMillan holding out Julian Longley, then Gavin Feast, James McDonald and Jay Pittams. In the two-wheel drives, Jared Parker taking it out over Pat Norris.
It's been a bloody great weekend and really enjoyed it. It's great to have my son on board. He's hasn't put a foot wrong all weekend. Yeah, real credit to him. And the car's gone faultlessly thanks to Glenn Frew. He's done an awesome job. And my crew that's just over my left shoulder, big thanks to them too. Couldn't have done it without them. So.
The open two-wheel drive class had got off to a great start on stage 1. Dave Strong led in his V6 engine Honda Jazz. But Brent Taylor just 0.1 of a second back in his Toyota 86. And Willie Hawes, the newcomer, just a few seconds back in his similar 86. But the Honda stopped in stage 6, leaving just the two Toyotas to fight it out. Taylor edged out a clear lead by the day's end to take the class win on day 1. Back to Cat 1 in the afternoon stages saw Jack Hawkswood and Robbie Stokes going head-to-head. Stokes won stage 5 and then stage 6 as he tried to close the lead Hawkswood had built up in the morning.
This is really turning into a classic battle between two young hard chargers.
Ben Hunt finally got the conditions that suited him through special stage 7, Waipori Gorge, Tight, twisty and familiar.
And you can see the drastic contrast in stages here. Waipori Gorge, the tightest one of the rally, runs alongside the riverbed. It's always been a make or break stage in the Otago rally.
6 left into 7 right minus, 180. Keep in 5 left plus. Small crest.
Hunt took the stage win, while a tight finish line before the bridge saw several cars overshoot.
And this is a bit of a change for 2024. Normally the finish is further up the road. As soon as he's past those white boards, there's no time lost though. So there's an advantage to be had in being flat out over the flying finish.
In the end though, it was Hawkswood who would take the day one victory by just 19 seconds from Robbie Stokes.
And if the livery looks familiar, it's a complete reverse of his father Andrew's 2017 championship winning livery. Driving style looks the same though. And what we've seen from Jack today is really impressive. He's certainly following in the family footsteps.
Hunt in third, but 54 seconds back. Zeal Jones had done well to nurse the Skoda home, while the team made plans to repair the damaged diff. Stuart Reid having a good day on his return to top-level four-wheel drive rally cars, 5th overall.
You're finishing on this one.
While Emma Gilmore had progressed back up to 6th after her stage 2 accident. Eugene Crune retired with a turbo issue late in the day, leaving Andy Martin the final finisher in Class 1. He would retire overnight due to suffering from that flu. Dylan Thompson was dominant in his two-wheel drive, his new generation Fiesta Rally 4 outpacing the older Fiestas over the afternoon stages. Jack Stokes was in clear second place. While he's an NZRC rookie, he has run this car in Canterbury Rally in 2023. Great day for the team.
Short 6 right.
Very long.
6 left.
James Worker finishing the day in third place. And Tim Mackesy 4th in the R2T.
So Jack Hawkswood with a 19.4 second lead over Robbie Stokes, setting up an epic day 2 battle. Ben Hunt in 3rd ahead of Zeal Jones, Stewie Reid in 5th on debut ahead of Emma Gilmore and Andy Martin. Dylan Thompson picking up where he left off last season, almost a minute and a half clear of Jack Stokes. James Worker in 3rd ahead of Tim Mackesy.
Coming up, the Sunday stages return to familiar roads around Lake Waihola. Welcome back to the Brian Green Property Group New Zealand Rally Championship in association with Brian Green Property Group, MRF Tyres, Omega Rental Cars and Cream Insurance. Day 2 of the Central Machine Hire Rally Otago would centre on the roads around Lake Waihola in the South Dunedin Hills, wrapping up with the famous Curry Bush stage in the afternoon, stages which should be more favourable to Rally 2 cars of Ben Hunt and Emma Gilmore.
Yeah, it's very fast as well, so AP4 cars obviously pretty hard top-end speed and that to keep up. Obviously they drove awesome, Jack and Robbie, so credit to them. It's it's just every car's suited to something different, you know, like we'll have a bit of a nudge today, and you know, like we did in Waipori Gorge. Waipori Gorge was probably the slowest stage of yesterday, and we were, I think we beat them through there, so hopefully we can do the same again today.
I mean, we had a great stage 1. Stage 2, it was just a very fast section and then just got caught out. Change of speed and where we got caught out, unfortunately, it was a big hole on the inside of a corner, so it caught the right front wheel and stopped us in a hurry. So amazing that we got out of the stage, because I with the impact and how suddenly we stopped, I thought we were ripped the corner out. So impressive strength of the car that we were able to drive out sort of another 8 kilometres, still at quite quickish speed. With hindsight, probably shouldn't have, but Yeah, got back to the service. Boys did an awesome job fixing it, and then just a case of just building the confidence back. There's such super fast stages that if you're not 100% gelling together, it's really hard for both of you to get that pace sorted.
What's the plan for today, mate? More of the same? Just, drive within yourself and protect the advantage you have?
Yeah, pretty much. Just try and just fend everybody off and, just get it through to the end of the day.
What would it mean, mate? I know I don't want to get too far ahead of yourself and everything, but what would it mean to be on the top step of that podium tonight?
Oh, it's definitely been a dream of mine for my entire life, so it'll be a dream come true to get it done today.
Spectators are always welcome on the Otago stages. Large crowds are turned out on Sunday morning. Stage 9 comes downhill off the Kuri Bush stage to this tarmac intersection.
Keep in 6 right, 100.
And this is a really tricky intersection. As you can see, it's a very fast approach, and all of a sudden you pop round the corner, and then you've got to deal with a surface change as well.
The championship format means competitors compete for overall and day 2 results. Bonus points on the line. So a chance here for Ben Hunt to win day 2.
This is the important thing with the split leg format. If you can put a bad day 1 behind you, there's still plenty to play for.
He sets the pace with 8 minutes 48.4. So for Robbie Stokes, it's a matter of winning as many stages as possible today and hopefully overtaking Jack Hawkswood for the overall rally win. His stage time, 8 minutes 42.3. We heard Emma Gilmore this morning. She's looking to gain experience for this new pairing with Katrina Renshaw, but also hoping to maximise her points tally over the 2 days. It was a breakthrough day 1 for Jack Hawkswood, so can he repeat it today?
For Jack, this is new, uncharted territory, and this is where he'll really be leaning on the experience of Jason Farmer alongside him to guide him through it.
Time of 8 minutes 49.9, so he's lost time to both Stokes and Hunt here. Stuart Reid on track to claim 5th today.
And looking noticeably more aggressive with the new car. That means he's only gaining in confidence.
Smith & Son Skoda team had disconnected the faulty rear diff on the Skoda, so he was now piloting a 220 kilowatt front wheel drive, which meant for a couple of wild moments.
8 right past this junction, 120, long full.
And that little road on the side has given him all sorts of grief there. He was very lucky to get away with that one.
Commit 8 right left.
By stage 11, the top 3 had all taken a turn leading day 2 and was separated by less than 5 seconds. Stage 11, it was Stokes with a 3-second lead. Hawkswood just 2.6 seconds back in 2nd place. And Ben Hunt now just half a second back in 3rd.
And while Ben's probably too far back to catch the guys in front of him, he can certainly chase those bonus points for day 2, and it'll have a massive impact on his championship prospects moving forward.
300.
Stage later though, when it's Hawkswood back in the lead, Stokes loses 6 seconds and drops back to 3rd, 2 seconds behind Hunt.
And of course there's that overall battle to worry about. Hawkswood's now extended that lead out to 26 seconds. He's holding his nerve.
A big rethink in the off-season with the Stokes team is paying dividends. Hunt out of touch for the lead in the overall results, unless the 2 in front strike problems, but a day 2 win is very much on here.
6 left, 200.
And while there's 25 points up for that overall rally win, there's 7 for each day. So Jack took 7 from day 1. Ben will be looking to take 7 from day 2. Then there's another 5 available for the power stage.
7 right, 50. Keep in 6 left, 150. Keep out at entry, long 6 right.
It's the same for Emma Gilmore. What might have looked impossible after losing 2 minutes on stage 2 now looks like she could take good points by finishing 4th. Unfortunately, Stuart Reid retiring after this stage in the Mirage AP4 with a power steering fire. So Zen Jones moving to 5th and hanging on in the crippled Skoda.
And this will be a huge psychological boost for the young man.
Stage 13, and this time it's Hunt with the advantage, just half a second though.
You can see that absolute commitment over these cresty, fast roads.
Stokes and Hunt were both faster than Hawkswood here, and the gap from first to third for the day is just over 2 seconds.
Keep in long 6 right.
And all of this is valuable time on the MRF tyre for these guys. Hayden Patton misses out on 2 days of competition on them before he starts his campaign, round 2 Rally South Canterbury.
Oh, it's just awesome. Yeah, me and Jack get along really well, and we've both had our problems over the years, but to see these cars up the front and battling, yeah, as close as we are, it's just awesome.
Oh, look, we're just going to carry on with what we're doing. You know, like Robbie and I have just been swapping times all day. So yeah, look, we're just going to carry on with what we're doing and just try and do our best to hold on to it for these last 3 stages.
Yesterday was real fun learning the car, and it would have been really good to have four-wheel drive today. It would have really, we're a bit more committed and having a bit more fun in the front-wheel drive, surprisingly. But yeah, it's a lot to get used to, and unfortunately with front-wheel drive today. But yeah, it seems like we're battling all right from what I hear. But yeah, we're just trying to consolidate everything that we can. Yeah, it's all about points, and it's a long year.
It's been positive. We had a stall on the start line of the first stage, which I worked out was my fault afterwards once we did the debrief. But no, it's working really well in the car and getting confidence together, and yeah, it's been a good day.
How much learning is there? I mean, you've done 1 rally in the car, new co-driver, new tyre, so much to learn. So much to learn, and you know, that was the case of last night. It was about resetting and go again today. So, you know, I feel fortunate that we had a second day to come back to, because, you know, if we'd finished yesterday, it would have been a disappointing way to finish, but we knew what we wanted to work on today, and that's been the focus for the season ahead.
Coming up, another superstar claims the Otago Classic Trophy, a Day 2 battle for 2-wheel drive honours, a history in the making, NZRC. It's Day 2 for the 2-wheel drive competition. Bryn Jones back in the race for points. Dylan Thompson again the fastest on the opening stage.
Dylan certainly will be pushing on. He won't have appreciated having a stage taken off him. He'll want to stamp his authority on this class this year.
However, with tighter stages, the advantage of the Rally 4 Fiesta wasn't as great. Jack Stokes in his R2 able to match Thompson, just 1.1 seconds back. Bryn Jones another 6 seconds back, but he'd be hoping to overhaul Stokes' older car over the morning stages.
And as Bryn gets his confidence back after that first day misdemeanor, it's probably back to where he should be.
Tim Mackesy with the R2T Fiesta, starting the day with 4th place. Again, the roads today suiting the car. James Worker in 5th, but just 13 seconds off Mackesy here. Thompson and Stokes stayed close through the morning stages. Thompson winning again on stage 11. But Stokes taking the stage win on stage 12.
6 right 60, 7 left over crest 150. Brake short 7 left into turn long 5 right in junction. Here. Long 5 right junction. Crest 350.
Stage 13, Thompson pushed hard to pull out a lead of 35 seconds.
120. Long 6 right, minus over crest 200, and 7 right over crest 100. 30, 5 left plus, into 6 right, flip, 7 left over brow.
Jones was improving his pace as well, second on the stage ahead of Stokes. But Stokes' earlier pace meant that he was able to hold on to second place as the cars headed to service.
Line entry, 20. Big
Thompson
crest,
held the
keep
lead
left,
over the afternoon
jump,
stages.
20.
By the start of the final stage, he's nearly a minute
7 right
clear
into 6
and ready to
left
take on the
minus,
two-wheel drive
50.
record in Curry Bush.
5 left plus, 30. Finish, 30.
Looks close here.
6 left minus, 50.
Yes, a new NZRC two-wheel drive
Well
stage
done.
record.
Did you
7
record
minutes,
it?
56.6.
No.
And it's something
Did you
that
not use your watch
Dylan
for the
really
one
takes
thing
pride
it's
in is
supposed
that record. Jackson Clendon took it off him last year in the Rally 4 car, and this is Dylan's first crack at the stage in this vehicle.
Bryn Jones really put the pressure on Jack Stokes over the afternoon. By the final stage, Jones was just 8.9 seconds behind Stokes. Jones could not claim the overall two-day podium. Here was a chance for day 2 points. This was the power stage. Stokes' time was 8 minutes 31.1. Jones heads to the line.
5 rights. 100, long 6 left, over finish. Go, go, go.
8 minutes, 0.7. That gives him second for day 2. Tim Mackesy holding 4th place for day 2. And in the overall results, just claiming 3rd place over James Worker. A solid class debut for Worker, finishing just 3.9 seconds behind in 4th. Willie Hawes was the only finisher in the open two-wheel drive category in his Toyota 86 after Brent Taylor suffered gearbox failure.
It was a shame to see Brent retire. He had put a bit of a stranglehold on the class, but Willie survived and did a great job to make sure he was at the finish to pick up the biggies.
And not forgetting that this event is renowned for its International Classic Rally. WRC star Chris Meek was the guest driver this year and wowed fans with the spectacular driving of the Escort RS 1800. And in that rally, 2 NZRC historic class competitors, Mike Cameron and Paul Fraser. The Mitsubishi Lancer of Mike and Helen Cameron might be one of the less powerful cars, but this is a genuine Rally Art Lancer Mitsubishi, which has spent most of its life in the hands of Mike Cameron.
And it's done about 54,000 kilometres now as a rally car. And finally for Mike, he's broken his Otago jinx and made it to the finish.
In contrast, Paul Fraser's Escort is the replica of the famous mass-built Escorts from the 70s. Fraser would take the class win, despite that little indiscretion.
And it certainly looks and sounds just like those good old days of a bygone era. Paul grabbing it by the scruff of the neck.
Coming up, 2 sons of champions battle it out on the Otago stages. Who will create history? The Day 2 standings could not have been closer in the 4-wheel drive class. Ben Hunt and Robbie Stokes separated by just a few tenths. Stage 14, and it was advantage Stokes by a mere 1.1 seconds.
And we've never doubted the pace of Robbie Stokes, but it's fantastic to see him getting a fair crack at the game. This car is finally reliable, and he's showing what he can do.
Jack Hawkswood still held the overall rally lead, but was also just 2.1 seconds back in the Day 2 standings. Emma Gilmore had cemented her 4th position, moved into 4th overall, so proving that in the NZRC, it's always vital to keep going through adversity. Speaking of which, Zeal Jones making a heroic effort to pilot the stricken Skoda home in 5th here.
And while his maturity to survive challenging conditions should be applauded, you can see the frustration getting to him as the event gets towards the end.
So to the final stage, and a real opportunity here for Hunt to score valuable points. This is the power stage, combined with Day 2 win, that could mean an extra 12 points on top of his overall placing, which was currently 3rd.
Ahead for lead flat 120.
And here you can see a graphic example of why they call this stage Little Finland. Look at it as it just ducks and dives over the crest.
It's not just the rally victory on the line here. Hayden Padden's record is 7 minutes 12.8. That will be Ben's target.
You also see the road condition changes every year as the trees grow up and then get chopped down and go through their life cycles.
Long 6 left.
Oh, just misses it. 7 minutes 16.6. That was a strong performance by Hunt, and Stokes not able to match it. So he'd finished 2nd on Day 2, but the overall rally victory still up for grabs.
And of course there's that honour for the first second-generation driver to win a round of the NZRC. That's up for grabs. It's looking like that's going to go this weekend.
A 22nd overall margin for Hawkswood should have been enough.
He survives the infamous Joe's corner. Oh, but he's nearly thrown it all away there.
Close, but no time lost, so history is made as Jack Hawkswood becomes the first second-generation driver to win an NZRC round.
A disciplined drive.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Over the moon, eh? Just unbelievable.
Yeah, that was a battle all the way. It was there's nothing easy about that all weekend. It was yeah, that was tough.
Your dad won this event just over 20 years ago. You'd have Hawkswood back on the top of the podium again. That's something special.
It must be something in the yellow. Yeah, no, it's incredible. Mate, it's absolutely incredible.
Mate, here we go.
Good job, buddy.
Oh, you're a weapon, eh?
So Jack Hawkswood takes the victory 17.8 seconds ahead of Robbie Stokes in a thriller. Ben Hunt 3rd for the rally and takes the Day 2 bonus points, while Emma Gilmore and Zeal Jones battled their demons to make the finish. In the NZRC 2-wheel drive class confirmation, Dylan Thompson takes the win ahead of Jack Stokes and Tim Mackesy just clawing through on the final stage. Willie Hawes taking the open 2-wheel drive win, and Paul Fraser beating Mike Cameron home in the historics.
Next up, we head a couple of hours north to Timaru for Rally South Canterbury. Hayden Padden returns from Europe to defend his NZRC crown.